Hello, Blizzard fans! This is FalconPaladin coming to you with yet another daily Blizzard upload. This is a game between FalconPaladin and WarVerse on Ruins of Seras. This is part of the placement matches on the current season of Legacy of the Void. And yes, this is actually FalconPaladin playing. I've been casting a lot and actually neglecting my play, so I haven't actually done my placement matches yet. I have one more to go, but I think this is the fourth, maybe the third one that I played. But hey, let's get right on into the game. On the right side of Ruins of Seras, we have the Red Zerg player representing Team All Inspiration. It is FalconPaladin. And Team All Inspiration is a group that I'm affiliated with. I have cast a couple of their tournaments before, a couple of show matches. It's a good group of guys. They offer coaching, so if you go to teamallinspiration.com, they can show you more details on that, because who doesn't want to get better at StarCraft 2? On the left side of Ruins of Seras, we have the Blue Zerg player. It is WarVerse. And actually not many differences yet. Both players are getting their spawning pool right now. Gas is coming in for FalconPaladin a little bit sooner than for WarVerse. I'm not sure what WarVerse is entirely up to right now, but definitely getting those workers. Are we supply blocked is the question. Nope, we did get an Overlord. That's right. Here it is. Overlord there, Overlord here, scouting up and scouting over across. Actually, so not scouting exactly where FalconPaladin is. So a bit of a mistake there, but that's okay. You can only scout so many places at once. I guess it's not really a mistake, just more of an unlucky maneuver. So both players' spawning pool is going to finish at about the same time. WarVerse does come down first, obviously. And here comes the expansion hatchery at about the same time as FalconPaladin. So both players mirroring each other fairly well. No gas still taken by WarVerse at this point quite yet. And let's see where the money goes here. Am I going to get a queen? No, didn't time it well enough. Waiting for that money to get a queen. And finally, 150 minerals, bam, immediately the queen comes out. I recognize how important the queens are, especially now. You need those extra larvae now more than ever. But here we come. Actually getting a queen at the same time is WarVerse. And expansions are coming up. Overlords are scouting to the completely wrong places. I think I recognize what's going on at this point. That, yes, I did send a drone scout out as well just to find where my opponent was. Again, scouted here, scouted here, scouted here last. Not the best strategy at this point, but that's okay. The drone's going to come in and scout some things out. Now getting the gas is WarVerse, and the question is, for Zerg, what are you going to spend that gas on? Is always the question. Immediate inject on that queen. Larva production, again, not as much as it is if you're manually injecting using a queen in the previous patches of StarCraft 2. And so you almost need that macro hatch, I've seen, in order to keep up with the income that you get in Legacy of the Void. So here comes a drone trying to scout things out. Does spout the evolution chamber. Tries to build an extractor here. Nope. That's not going to happen because there's already an extractor. And it looks like WarVerse is content to leave this drone alone. I'm not sure if he doesn't see it. It's kind of hard to see on the mini-map, and it's kind of hidden behind the extractor at this point. But at this point, I'm just using Overlords to set up, again, sentries along the way, along the path that WarVerse could use to attack me. Because right now, I don't have much of anything at all. I have 4 lings. I'm putting up a spine crawler here just to make sure that no crazy Zergling run-bys kill me. At this point in the game, Queen pops here at the natural. And what are we going to do? Getting ling speed, because again, I love those lings. I love the early pressure you can put on with lings. You can defend against roaches fairly well with lings as well. Another evolution chamber for WarVerse. So 2, and hey, up here, sneaky spine crawler for FalconPaladin. Is that seen though? Oh, that is seen. That is definitely within the vision of that hatchery. I hoped it wasn't, but it turns out it is. And so here come the lings to kill it before it finishes, unfortunately for me, but that's okay. Do I get the cancel off? It's going to be super close, and yes, there's the cancel. 75 minerals are returned. Here comes some speedlings. While those guys are distracted up here, I send them down to the natural that I know exists. And what am I doing? I'm trying to get this queen. Yep, try to get a surround on the queen. The Zerglings get in the way, though, for WarVerse, and it's going to be very, very close. Drones are pulled off the line as well, and they hold position. I'm not sure what that is, but yeah, barely getting that queen before the final ling of mine ends up dead there. So I lost, what, 10 lings for a queen? That's probably a fair trade, especially now where that queen is so important for that extra larva. It's just such a detriment to the opposing Zerg's economy to lose that queen. I recognize that can happen to me, so that's why I have the spine crawler here to help kill any lings that try to get us around on this baby down here. Meanwhile, just lings. What on earth am I going for is the question. Okay, getting that lair, getting another spine crawler for defense here, getting extra gas. It's 22 to 27 harvesters. WarVerse is definitely ahead on that point. Also getting upgrades, getting ground carapace level 1 and missile attacks level 1. Do we have a Roach Warren yet? There it is. Roach Warren is being built by WarVerse. Injects are happening fairly frequently. There you go. So easy when it's automatic, but look how few larvae there are even after that pop. It's just crazy. It's really hard to get used to. At this point, I start floating a little bit of money here, 400 gas and 300 or so minerals. I try to spend it as best I can, but it is more difficult than you think in this latest patch. And there goes the Hydralisk den for FalconPaladin. He's definitely going Hydras and possibly something else as well. Roach Warrant is just about to finish for WarVerse. Popping on up any second now. The upgrades are on the way. This double evolution chamber play is nice, but we're actually kind of making a mistake in that getting 2 upgrades on the same evolution chamber. This one's waiting. It won't start for a while yet. And this evolution chamber is completely free. WarVerse, I think you intended to put 1 here and 1 here. Maybe he has them hotkeyed. No, he doesn't. Looks like it's just a mistake on his part. Unfortunately, speed about to finish there for his lings. There it is. They are now officially speedlings, but this Overlord path says, if you try to come towards my base, I will know what's going on. I recognize he has a lot of lings, but he's also keeping them in his base, so I'm kind of worried about him coming and killing me before I can fulfill my evil plan, which is lurkers. Lurker den on the way for FalconPaladin, but I'm very vulnerable at this point. A giant swell of lings could probably kill me, just because I have like maybe 12 lings of my own and a spine crawler here. But again, having this Overlord positioning here immensely helps you out to recognize when you should be afraid and when you should not. So roaches and lings are here. It's 68 to 52 supply. Right now, WarVerse is way ahead of me, but my drone count looks good at 37 to 31. Are we sending a drone out to expand already? Yes, we are. Here at the 6-minute mark, taking a 3rd base, and are we pushing out? This Overlord sees exactly what's going on. I'm kind of worried because WarVerse has feinted towards me a couple times, but has never actually come for it. I'm like, come on, Lurker Den. I need you to finish. It takes so long. It takes 71 in-game seconds. Or less. I don't know. It feels like a long time, though. I'm just going to tell you that much. So I'm on 2 base. I'm not taking a 3rd. I'm not sure if I know about my opponent's 3rd yet. I don't, so I'm on the back foot here. Here comes the Queen trying to kill this Overlord that's doing a great job scouting. These guys are following it, and I say, hey, there's high ground. There's high ground over here. If I can get my Overlord to that, I can save it. I don't want to get supply blocked at this point, and I think losing this Overlord will actually supply block me, but does get on the high ground. It is now hidden from the vision of the Zerg player, WarVerse. It will stay here and continue its scouting duties. But meanwhile, back at my base, and here is an Overlord to scout me out. I send a Queen out and say, turnabout is fair play. You try to kill one of my Overlords, I will try to kill your own. I try to move my Overlords or my Lurkers away so the Overlord doesn't scout it, but I'm pretty sure that WarVerse caught a glimpse of that regardless. Probably saw exactly what was going on. And what's the preparation going to be for him? I think we definitely should have some Overseers. He has an infestation pit, so definitely macroing better than me, but it's up to 76 to 75. Total supply right now, 45 to 32 Harvesters. I'm definitely ahead on both those counts. I have Lurkers out. I have Hydras out. Am I getting upgrades? Yes, upgrade muscular augments to make the Hydras a little bit faster off the creep, which is really important here. Have no evolution chambers. I'm not worried about upgrades in this game yet. I just want a timing attack with some Lurkers, with some Hydras, and see what I can do. I know that Lurkers do really well against Zerglings, which is the biggest part of a WarVerse's army. There are some Roaches here, but I'm not super worried about those. I feel like the extra damage that Lurkers do against Armored, that 30 damage to Armored, is going to help a lot. So I just set up a containment here, a soft contain. I have some Hydras here at the same time, and an Overseer just in case there are Lurkers of WarVerse's own. But yeah, I'm just trying to bait units back towards the Lurkers, and do catch a couple Zerglings there, maybe 1 or 2, but not many. And now begins the advance. I'm also taking a 3rd base, attack, and expand at the same time is what they always say. I still don't have a macro hatch. I'm spending my money fairly well, though, so here come the Hydras trying to snipe down creep tumors, actually getting them. This is going to reduce the vision of WarVerse, which is exactly what I want to do. The Overseer here again. And Overseers, are they part of WarVerse's army yet? Yes, there we go. One did just pop there, so definitely wants that Overseer to deal with my Lurkers. This is a pretty big army. I'm burrowing Lurkers kind of in sequential format, so they're spaced out, which I'm not sure is a good idea or not. Morphing more and more Lurkers behind here, but here we go. We're going for it. WarVerse is coming in. The Zerglings get shredded immediately. The Roaches are burning down Lurkers as best they can. Target firing. At this point, I recognize I need to kill those Overseers. They are causing me a lot of trouble, and I do. I get one of the Overseers, and I want to get the other one before these Lurkers die, and yes, I do get all the Overseers for WarVerse. 3 of my Lurkers are still alive. Well played there. Hydras are pushing forward, sniping down Overlords, hopefully trying to supply block WarVerse, but no, that's not going to happen. It's 99 to 67 supply. These Lurkers do have a lot of kills. 5 kills, 16 kills on that one. That is one heck of a Lurker. And the Infestor trying to throw out Infested Terrans doesn't really work very well, though. But at this point, I bring the Lurkers. I burrow them on the ramp to prevent these reinforcements from getting up here and helping. And I go to town on this natural base. The Lurker's preventing these guys from getting anywhere. I'm trying to kill the Queen. I do manage to get the Queen. Roach comes down, ends up dead as well. I say, hey guys, kill the workers. I recognize killing the Evolution Chamber is fun, but at this point it's not doing anything. I immediately snipe down Infestors that are coming up. The Lurkers, again, killing everything that comes up to help, greatly weakening that Roach. More Hydras come up. They regroup with extra Hydras as well. This is enough to actually take out this group. Hydralisks here in the natural, sniping everything using their melee attack animation, which does as much damage as everything else. But yep, this number of Hydras going to take care of everything just fine. This Lurker has 10 kills. It is a Ravager, 13 kills there, 17 kills, Assassin level Lurker. And that's it. WarVerse calls the GG and leaves the game. FalconPaladin as well, well-mannered as always, calls the GG. Hydras were up here in the main base. It was 20 to 115 supply. WarVerse recognized what was going to happen and tapped out. So, pretty exciting little game. I thought it was nice to see the Hydra Lurker strategy work so well against Zergs, as I've seen in some of the casts that I've played. But again, this has been FalconPaladin. Thank you so much for watching this cast today, especially since it was me. I hope it was fun. I hope it was what you wanted. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you heard and what you saw today. You can also catch me on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook, all at /FalconPaladin. And until next time, as always, you take care of yourself.